So I'm a bit noisy where I am. I'm sat at the side of the motorway. It's a bit of a noisy old beast of a place. Hi, I'm Sally Jacks. It's lovely to have you on board. If you're not, then please subscribe, and all you can do is just hit the subscribe button here. It would lovely to grow this family, and it's fabulous to have you on board. I do try my absolute best to get back to everybody, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Now, I am travelling home today. So I've been down at work in television land, live on television for the last 3 or 4 days. One of my eyelashes is lifting, so you have to excuse me. I've had my makeup on since about 6 a.m. this morning. A little bit tired on my way home, but that's as usual. Just stopped off to have a wee. I know that's too much information. I've also as well got to have my roots done next week down in Peterborough, and I don't normally do that because I've been going to the same hairdressers for 18 years. So I've had to have a patch test done on the back of my neck to check that I'm going to be okay for where I'm going. That's just the legalities, I believe, for hairdressers. Anyway, I wanted to do this vlog because normally, which sounds absolutely bizarre, for Mother's Day, doesn't really bother me, and my mum's not bothered about a Mother's Day as such, but I always do something really special with her, but it doesn't have to necessarily be on the day. I'll do it around that time, if you will. And obviously this year we took her to Morocco, not for Mother's Day, but it was kind of included because it was a big expense along with her 70th birthday, which I know those vlogs have still to come. And I'm not bothered about Mother's Day because I often feel that it's a very commercial thing. And I suppose you get a bit flippant about it because that family member's around, or I'm around, and oh, somebody's just walking the dog next to me. And but tomorrow, which could be today when you're watching this, obviously is Father's Day. Now, I'm a little bit different with that. My dad in the last few years didn't want to do anything. And I absolutely swear now, looking at how he was and how he took to life in the latter years, and how he deteriorated. Obviously, one will be ill health, but I swear to God that he had iron deficiency and B12 deficiency. It screams out to me now. I know so much on this and still learning, obviously. So if I asked him to go out or wanted to do anything with him, he would never have wanted to do anything. But of course, tomorrow is an important day for Gary with Frankie Jack, and I never want to miss that. So I've managed, luckily, because when they put the date in, I had no idea it was Father's Day, and I often make that mistake. But I've managed to switch, and love Joanne and Ideal World, so I've managed to switch one of the days with her. So I'm travelling home today to be home tomorrow. If you're watching this tomorrow, then you'll know that I was travelling home yesterday to be home today. And I just want to spend that time with Frankie Jack and Gary to make it as good as possible. And of course, Gary wants to spend it with his dad because, he's not getting any younger. Nobody's getting any younger. I think Gary's dad's now is 82. He looks and he's amazing for his age. And so we're going out tomorrow night. But it's kind of... Look, I'm getting teary. It kind of... it's a great thing when people are here and living here and are on planet Earth. But when you lose somebody, you realise the enormity of all this around Father's Day. And I felt the same around Mother's Day, because obviously I know how it feels around Father's Day. And it's so difficult when people are rabbiting on about, oh, it's amazing what you're buying for your mother for Mother's Day. Oh, it's amazing what you're buying for father for Father's Day. And then it suddenly shoots you or stabs you in the heart when you realise that yours isn't there. And then you feel like you're having your face rubbed in it. And that's how I feel now. And I think a lot of companies and a lot of businesses need to realise that I know you've got to market and you've got to sell products and you've got to keep that business afloat, keep people in jobs, and that's really important. But they've also got to realise that it is so difficult when somebody doesn't have that loved one. And it doesn't matter, you can lose your father at any age. And then there's the ones that haven't had the father or haven't managed to grow up with a father, or the father hasn't been there for one reason or another, or the mother hasn't been there. I keep talking about father because that's my situation. Obviously other people will be the same situation as with mums and mothers and mummies. But tomorrow I think I'm going to find very difficult. How do I cope? My coping mechanism is keeping myself very busy, so that doesn't give myself chance to think. If anybody was watching television back on Tuesday of this week, so that would have been the 11th, they would have noticed at 8 o'clock in the morning I was doing a show and I was talking about mobility and mobility issues. One of my friends noticed it because she was watching the television, and all of a sudden I just said, oh, go to VT, which is kind of unprofessional of me, but I was on live television and my dad popped into my head because I was thinking about mobility, and I'm getting stronger and I can talk about him now without welling up, apart from now. But he just popped into my head and I welled up on live television. And of course, I don't want to upset people. I don't want to put people in that situation. Everybody was rallying around me then. You know, floor manager was there with tissues and the girls were saying, are you okay? And the guys on camera, are you okay? And I just tried to laugh it off and say, Daddy, you get out of my head. Because he'd laugh at something like that. But tomorrow is a day to think about those ones that are with, and I suppose I'm being a little bit selfish, but it's also a day that makes somebody that's in my situation, me, myself and I, that's lost their dad, think about them all the more. And although it's good to think about them, it's also very hard to think about them because of the situation that we're in. So if anybody out there is in the same situation that I am in, and there will be millions of you, then I'm wishing you all the best. I'm hoping you get through the day. I know there's a couple of you that I've spoken to that have only just lost your father, so this will be the first one. This is my second Father's Day. And I just want to say I hope the day goes well for you, because how difficult is it? You know, when you've got it rammed down your throat and you're seeing Father's Day and Daddy Day cards. But then the world revolves and it's the circle of life, and I've got to make this good for Gary and Frankie Jack. So it'll be a mixture of feelings. So I'll keep myself very busy. I'll keep myself very positive for Frankie Jack. I'll probably go off in the corner and have a little cry. I don't want to do that in front of Frankie Jack or Gary because I don't want to spoil their day. And then we're going to go out for dinner. We were supposed to be going out yesterday afternoon, and then we moved it tonight because we didn't think I could change my shift, and now I can change my shift. But Gary said, oh, blow it, we're not changing it again, so we are going out at night. So bless her, Joanne is covering tomorrow, and then I'm covering a shift that she's doing, I think it's on the 24th, that she couldn't do because she needed to be at a special occasion. So it's worked out really well for us both. But yeah, my love is with you if you're going to suffer tomorrow of what is supposed to be a lovely magical day thinking about our fathers. But unfortunately, when your father's not with you, it's not that magical to think about them, especially when it's still so raw, or it feels still so raw. So love you lots. If you are a father or you are a grandfather, then have a fantastic day. If you are missing your father, I feel your pain immensely, but I hope you have a great day. And obviously if you're watching this today, which is Father's Day, then because obviously this is filmed the day before, if you're then happy Father's Day to you. Love you lots. You're always great to me. I feel so blessed to have you on board. I really do. So blessed to have you on board. You are absolutely superb, and I love talking to you when I can through the messages down the bottom. So keep those coming. But I'm always quite frank and I'm always quite open, and I do tell you what I'm going through. And this is one of those vlogs. So I hope you don't mind. And please, please, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Father's Day. 50%. 50%. a miserable day.